This is just a video about what I took away from our Buddhism class this year and what I felt was most applicable to my life. So, something that I found really interesting was the Vajrayana way of the concept of pain and suffering and how different it is from Western ideas. Buddhists say that the more we try to avoid pain, the more we suffer from it. And that actually takes us further away from experiencing real life, which is, that's literally what Vajrayana Buddhism is. And that's just so much different from what we say, like as a society. Because for some reason, people who feel pain, like they have to get rid of it. They have to stuff it down, or they're weak, or something must be wrong with them. Like that's kind of the vibe of our society, and it's just so different. Because what if instead of hating the pain we feel and trying to get rid of it, like what if we just sat with it for a minute and felt it and watched it and then understand it? Like, that would be such a different story. It's also a really different way of thinking about pain compared to Christianity. Like my family has, like almost everybody in my family is Christian and has a lot of faith in God. And I find that I have been told to do that for my entire life, but never really understood it. Like I never felt what people claimed to feel, like I felt God or like God has talked to me. I've never felt that. So it was kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, sure. Like if someone asked me like, oh yeah, like are you religious? I'd be like, yeah, but no, I really wasn't. It was just like something that you say, you know? And then I walked into Buddhism, and the first day, Mr. Squires said that we find answers through real life experiences. And I was just like, it's just crazy. Like, that's completely different than what I have learned my entire life. And that's something that I would never be exposed to. I also really feel like I can apply Buddhism to like my sports life, I guess you could say. I play a lot of team sports, and something that we talked about was how people say there's no I in team, and how that's kind of ridiculous because of course there's an I in team, it's just not an egotistical I, which that didn't make sense, so I'm gonna explain it. So I guess it's just important to realize that even though a team is a team and you work together, you still have your individual strengths and weaknesses, which is something that needs to be acknowledged. I definitely play sports in a right brain state. And I guess that's fine for some people, but I definitely know what it feels like to play in a left brain state. I just can't retain it. But now that I've gone through Buddhism, I still can't retain it, but I know how I would. And I know that it exists, and I have a goal. I have something to strive for. So, that's pretty cool. I'm just saying. Like, now when I make a mistake, instead of being like, girl, you made a mistake, I'm gonna be like, girl, you made a mistake, but it's okay. You're gonna learn from it, analyze it, and then move on from it and keep playing the game. Mr. Squires asked us whose story are we telling, and I don't really know. Like, as a whole, as an entire school, as an entire community, I don't know. In every individual class, sure, I know whose story we're telling, because it's one story. It's like one biased side. But in Buddhism, we were exposed to something new and kind of taught to realize that. And it's just a very incredible experience to have. So, thank you.